Morgan Wallen is not a happy man right now. Furious with his record label, he shocked his fans by re-releasing an old fan favorite, Spin You Around. Artists facing off with their record labels is not new, asked Taylor Swift. But Morgan Wallen's rant against Panacea Records is important, especially a point he made right at the end of his one-page-long statement on his Instagram. We will come to it later, but before that, let's understand how this all started. Back in 2014, when Morgan Wallen used to look like this kid, he went to Florida to try his hand at making original music for the first time. This led to a recording deal with Panacea Records, an independent American record label founded by Bill Ray and a former songwriter, Paul Trust, in 1993. Morgan wrote in his post, "It's a deal that I deeply regret. Unfortunately, I signed both deals without any legal representation." In 2015, Wallen and Panacea recorded and released the EP Stand Alone and Wallen's single Spin You Around. The song became one of Wallen's first big hits and was streamed over 40 million times worldwide in its first 5 years. Wallen made a total of 13 songs, but only 5 were deemed worth enough to make the Stand Alone EP. In Morgan's words, "Some songs were okay, most were terrible, as I was just learning how to write in general and figuring it all out. I was not the only collaborator, so many of these songs were not my idea nor met my standards." So why is Morgan Wallen pissed 8 years after its release? Wallen continued, "Tonight, those colleagues I parted ways with almost 10 years ago plan to release a 10th anniversary edition of Stand Alone against my wishes and include 8 unreleased songs, distributing them with the assistance of my former managers. For months, I've been exploring every avenue possible to acquire the rights to this old music and keep the quality of my catalog consistent with songs I choose to release and believe in." Furious with this, Morgan decided to re-record the song Spin You Around while out on a duck hunting trip and put it up online for all his fans. But how does all this affect new, aspiring artists? Morgan, in his own words, wants to expose the dark side of the music business, sucking the soul out of artists. One tiny detail that many would have missed in his post is that he is donating $100,000 from the Morgan Wallen Foundation to the Volunteer Lawyers and Professionals for the Arts, or VLPA program. VLPA, based out of Nashville, provides pro bono legal and business services to income-qualified artists. Morgan spoke about regretting how he signed his first deal with no legal representation. Beyond the financial support, Morgan wants his message to reach all the aspiring artists. "I hope young aspiring musicians read this story and know they should never have to give up their creative freedoms for an opportunity in this business. This may not be the end of this controversy, as when Variety reached the head of the label that is putting out the new material, Panacea Records' William Ray said he firmly stood by the release of the 8 previously unheard tracks. Hit the like button so Morgan's message can reach more and more aspiring artists. And please do hit the subscribe button before you go.